Over the last 25 years, I've had the privilege of interviewing and highlighting some truly interesting people. Everyone who is anyone, both the famous and the infamous, from presidents and their first ladies to kings and queens, movie stars and pop stars, captains of industry, heads of state, sports personalities, innovative entrepreneurs, and some pretty fascinating everyday people. Today, I'm proud to introduce you to Joefon Jann, a leading computer science specialist whose passion, patience, and perseverance has helped her make it to the top of her industry. Joefon, what a pleasure it is to meet you today.
Oh, my pleasure.
Joefon, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Joefon Jann, and here's a brief introduction of me. I am a research scientist at the IBM Watson Research Center, and I work on developing and deploying computer systems meant to make the world a better place and to enhance the quality of life. These computer systems are being used for both commercial as well as high performance computing. And they are being used for banking, e-commerce, weather forecasting, artificial intelligence, computer chess, and medicine research. And in particular, IBM's Blue Gene has been used extensively for medicine research, finding cure for cancer, and they are also being used in supercomputer like Summit and Sierra, which are the #1 and 2 supercomputers worldwide.
So let's start out with the basics. What led you to begin your study of computer science?
Ever since I was a teenager, I was very good in math. And I have always been interested to find the patterns in everything and anything, be it stamp collecting, music, and the periodic table, and the sciences. And so I majored in math in college. I went on to get my master's degree in pure math. And then I taught for 3 years at Lehman's College and found that I really do not enjoy teaching. So I got another master's degree in computer science at Columbia University, and later ended up in working at IBM.
Yes, Joefon, and as a first-generation immigrant and a woman in the STEM field, what challenges, if any, did you face in pursuing a career in computer science?
Okay, I would divide into 2 stages. I grew up and finished high school in Hong Kong. And then I was lucky enough to get a scholarship to study at Wellesley College in Massachusetts. And in the first few years of my life, the biggest challenges were the language, the culture, and the lack of contacts. In those days, there were no internet. Even internet phone was difficult. However, I'm very grateful to Wellesley College. I think it is the best women college in the U.S., perhaps worldwide. And the professors are very nice, and they gave me a well-rounded education and an open mind. And more important of all, they gave me the courage to become leader and have a can-do attitude. At Wellesley, during the first few years, I have to compete in the liberal arts with colleagues of the caliber of Hillary Clinton, Margot Albright, Diane Sawyer. And in the sciences, I have to compete with the MIT colleagues. And it was tough, during my first 3 years in college. And now that I'm in IBM research, it's equally tough. There are a lot of challenges because I have to compete with the best IT companies in the world, as well as all the smart professors worldwide.
Well, wait, actually, I noticed that you were a participant in the famous IBM Deep Blue Chess team. What was that like?
Oh, it was a very interesting experience. I was very fortunate to be the only systems programmer for that machine for about 2.5 years. And it generated so much excitement that we have so many reporter teams coming to interview us that their publications filled up a pile of approximately 1 foot tall of publications, paper. And however, IBM quickly realized that it has to make profit. So playing chess will not bring us a lot of profit. So we switched to more useful applications like weather forecasting. So the computer was renamed Deep Thunder instead of Deep Blue. And then we continued to enhance that computer to become newer generations like the SK Blue, SK White, Jeopardy, and the Summit and Sierra, as I mentioned, which are the #1 and 2 supercomputers worldwide.
Joefon, but why don't you share with us just a couple of notable projects that you've worked on?
Okay, so after the HPC, I spent a decade or more on IBM's Unix called AIX and Power System. Some of you may not know, Power System is the hardware that is at the back end of this of commercial system, as well as all these HPC systems like Deep Blue, SK machines, and Summit and Sierra, and so forth, Jeopardy, and Summit, Sierra, and so forth. So I also, in addition, I like to mention that I co-founded an IBM internal group to help IBMers, particularly women scientists, to become successful leaders.
Joefon, I understand that you're also a photographer. Can you talk a little bit about your experience with that?
Yes, I love photography, and I love composing as well as enjoying great pictures. When I was young, I have been the main photographer for a couple of weddings and many church functions, carrying heavy lenses and flashlights. But now I only use my iPad Pro and iPhone.
So you're someone that can turn technology into usefulness for even your passion.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people enjoy beautifully composed pictures and combination of color, lighting. It's a pleasure. It's a hobby. hobby.
I agree with you, but I have to tell you, few people are able to turn their passions into careers, and then even fewer can take their natural talents and then develop them to become the top of their field. So I have to ask you, what's your secret to the success?
My secret is to follow my passion and skill, know what you're good at and improve upon it, work hard, work smart, and have PPP, which is my term of saying have passion, perseverance, and patience. And then enjoy learning new things and useful things to make the world a better place. And use your common sense and study and get inspired by great people who have gone before you. For example, Mother Teresa, Madame Curie, and in Wellesley, I have a list of people who I truly admire. Like Wellesley has produced a ton of very successful people, like Madame Chiang Kai-shek, Hillary Clinton, Madame Albright, who opened an institute at Wellesley to help Wellesley students become a better politician. Then there's Wellesley also produced numerous financial analysts. For example, there's Lulu Chow Wang. She donated $25 million and opened a student center at the college, a beautiful one. And you have a chance to go visit it.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, you've been a big cheerleader for Wellesley College also with this.
Yeah.
A big cheerleader indeed. So Joefon, listen, I'm always interested in what successful people would say to the next generation who are interested in what they do. You talked about passion, patience, and perseverance. What advice would you actually pass down to the next generation of women scientists?
These are my few words, and you don't have to take it, but I would say, especially for women scientists, you have to believe in yourself. And that's one thing that a lot of them really lack, the confidence. They have to trust in themselves and work very hard, try your best, and leave the rest to God. And trust God. So have faith, hope, and charity. I grew up with a song called Faith, Hope, and Charity. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it is very important to have all these, as well as gratitude.
I think women of the next generation will be encouraged by your example as well as your acknowledgement of those brilliant women who came before you. Joefon, in the closing, what's the one thing you'd like the viewer of this feature to walk away with?
I would say one should enjoy learning new and useful things so that one can leave the world a better place than the one that you were born into, with your hard work and knowledge and in your journey in life. So have faith, hope, charity, and gratitude. The best part of advice is you don't have to take it.
Thank you so very much for your time today. I wish you the very best with your continued success.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.